Hey guys! Welcome to the Fun Facts channel. Human teeth are the only part of the body that cannot heal itself. Teeth are covered with enamel, which is not living tissue. In Switzerland, it is illegal to keep a single guinea pig. It is considered animal abuse because they are social beings and feel alone. The ancient Romans used to put a piece of toasted bread in their wine for good health, so we toast. If drivers drive at the correct speed on Route 66 in New Mexico, the soundtracks start playing a rendition of America the Beautiful. People are more creative in the shower. When we take a hot shower, we experience an increased dopamine rush that makes us more creative. Dogs are able to understand up to 250 human words and gestures. A dog is as smart as a 2-year-old. Nutmeg is a hallucinogen. The spice contains myristicin, a natural compound that has mind-altering effects if taken in large doses. In France, it is illegal for supermarkets to waste food. They must donate the goods that were not sold. A baby can cost parents 750 hours of sleep in the first year alone. Walt Disney is currently the holder of the most Academy Awards. Disney has won 26 Academy Awards over his career and has been nominated a total of 59 times. The longest walking distance in the world is 22,531 kilometers from Magadan, Russia, to Cape Town, South Africa. There's no flying or sailing, just bridges and open roads. The heartbeat of a blue whale can be heard over 3 kilometers away. Blue whales average between 130,000 and 150,000 kilograms, and their hearts weigh approximately 180 kilograms. The moon has earthquakes. They occur due to tidal stresses related to the distance between the moon and Earth. Granada, Spain is known as the capital of caves. In England, researchers from the University of Leicester found that cows release more oxytocin in their blood when listening to music. Oxytocin is an important hormone for milk production in cattle. The results showed that the cows produced up to 3% more milk. Unlike what many people think, it was not slaves who built the pyramids in Egypt, but peasants recruited to work in public works. In addition to faith in the pharaoh's divinity, what motivated these people were small rewards, such as food and drink. On January 22, 1908, a woman was arrested red-handed in New York for smoking in public. At the time, the Sullivan Act, based on the principle that smoking was immoral, prohibited women from smoking in public spaces. Katie Mulcahy was taken to court and had to pay $5 to be released, the equivalent of $140 in 2020. When it comes to poisonous animals, we think of snakes, spiders, scorpions. But the animal that has the most potent venom in the world is the cone snail, Conus geographus, which inhabits the Australian coast. The good news for us is that accidents are very rare. The giant armadillo is the animal that sleeps the most per day. That's 18.1 hours on average, which is equivalent to 75.4% of 24 hours. If you occasionally feel like you've overslept, remember the giant armadillo. The quietest space in the world, according to Guinness, is a room located at Microsoft headquarters in Seattle, USA. It is an experiment chamber where a noise of only -20.35 dBA is measured. The person responsible for the feat was the Indian sound engineer Gopal Gopal. The probability that there is a blue lobster is 1 in 2 million. Blue lobsters are this color due to a genetic abnormality that causes them to produce more of a certain protein than others. Easter Island heads are full-bodied. We're talking about those iconic stone heads, you already know. In the 2010s, archaeologists discovered that 2 of the Pacific Island figures had torsos as long as 10 meters. The Three Gorges Dam, located in China, has the largest water dam of a hydroelectric power plant in the world. If all the water that is contained by this dam were released at once, the length of the day on Earth would be extended by 0.66 microseconds. That's right, the day would have a few fractions of seconds more. We have about 7 octillion atoms in our body. Each atom, the basic unit of matter, contains a massive, dense nucleus surrounded by electrons. It turns out that the nucleus is quite small in relation to the size of the atom. For example, if the nucleus were the size of a tennis ball, the electrons would be 500 meters away from it. Thus, most of an atom is empty space. There are more chickens than people in the world. The fear of beards exists and is called paganophobia. Statistically, you are more likely to die on the way to buying a lottery ticket than you are to win the lottery. A human being has fewer chromosomes than a potato. The average hummingbird heart rate is over 1,200 beats per minute. The oldest chewing gum in the world is at least 5,000 years old. The grown woman spends an entire year of her life trying to decide what to wear. If you keep a goldfish in a dark room, it will eventually turn white. There are 336 dimples in a regular golf ball. The average time it takes for a person to fall asleep is 7 minutes. The methane gases produced by cows produce as much pollution as cars. If you screamed non-stop for 8 years, 7 months, and 5 days, you would have produced enough sound energy to heat a cup of coffee. While studying the oldest animal in the world, scientists ended up accidentally killing it. It was a mollusk over 500 years old. There are animals that can delay your pregnancy. For example, weasels, otters, and kangaroos. They manage to delay their gestation for months. Because the embryo of these species stops its development before attaching itself to the uterine wall. Thanks for watching. If you liked the content, leave your like, comment, share, and activate the bell. To the next.